So screen visible alva sir?
Visible, Maltesh.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Now we can change the variation in the speed. Like I'll increase the delay, so the speed will decrease. I'll make it as stop it, stop the simulation. I'll make it 5 seconds. Yeah, 5 seconds on and 1 second off. I'll make it as 2 seconds, not a problem. So you can observe now. So approximately if you put the time, it is 5 seconds on and 2 seconds off. Like this, we can start working on the uh, Arduino board, and you can check whether the code is right or wrong. Now you can observe here at the same time. Here, there is one built-in LED will be there. SMD LED is there. You can see there. So that is also blinking. As I said, this LED will be internally connected to the same pin number 30. So this is the external LED we are using. Or we can change the pin also, as I said. I will try to change the pin now. Just click on this. Can change. So just remove it and connect a wire from here to any pin I can use. I'll use pin number 8. At the same time, I have to change the pin number in the program also. Here, pin number 8. Pin number 8. Everywhere I have to do pin number 8. Any pin we can utilize, not a problem. Yeah, that's it. Here it is not required to store the program automatically. Whatever the changes we do, it will be saved automatically. But in the IDE in the laptop, once we download and working on the laptop, we have to save it. Whatever the changes we do, we have to save it as I showed in the beginning, then compile it, then upload. But here there is no need of the saving the program, whatever the changes done. In the beginning only, that is enough. Now I'll go for the start simulation. The same. So I did nothing, just I changed the pin from pin number 13 to 8. Now we can observe that inbuilt LED is not going to glow because the pin number 13 we have not given. Internally, that LED is connected to pin number 13 only. When we use the pin number 13, whenever the pin number 13 is high, that time this LED will be on, inbuilt LED will be on. When the pin number 13 is low, this inbuilt LED will be off. So usually whenever we buy a new board, so this is the first program usually we check with the Arduino to check whether it is working properly or not. So this is the popular program. So usually we discuss in the beginning. Fine. Any doubts in this, please? Because still some minor doubts may be there. Just try to clarify it now only. It's very simple. Once you start working on this, it will be easy for you people. No doubts, I guess. For the new users, just I'll show you how to connect the Arduino board in a new design. Just you scroll down this. There will be so many components are there. I will just you click on this Arduino board. Just take it. Usually, how you do with the other components and all. Just you keep it somewhere and take a LED, a register, and an LED. Try to identify which is anode, which is cathode is important. This is anode, this is the cathode. Just I'm going to connect the cathode to the register, and this terminal 1 I'll connect to the ground. You can connect it any ground. Here also the two more the grounds are there. This is ground, this is ground, this is 5 volts, and this is 3.3 volts. So now I'll connect to the pin number 30. That's not way, or any other pins. So like this, you try to use it. So at the same time, as I said, you can change the color of the wires and all. For the ground, just make it black, and for anode, red, something like. Just you click on that, it will be highlighted and change the colors and all. Okay, fine. Now I'll go to the another circuit. This is a traffic light control system, which is one way. We can extend it for either 2-way or 4-way also, doesn't matter. Just I'll simulate it. The connections are done with this same way, how we did before. We can select the same LED. Like this, you have to take and click on that and give the name for that, red, black, or something like this. Change the color also. You can make it as the green or white, whatever, like this. So just I'll the same way. I'm going to remove it now. Now I'll first simulate it. Sir.
Mr. Srinivas is asking you whether you can change the intensity through code.
Intensity?
Through code. One is by changing the resistor. By writing a code to change the intensity is asking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is possible. We will see. It is possible. As we can send the voltage from low voltage to high voltage slowly. It will change. It is there in one of the program. I'll show it later. Sir.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fine. Yeah, you can observe now. I'll stop and start again. Once you start, you can observe the green is on now. for 5 seconds. I have given, I guess. And next yellow, next red. Yellow is for a short period. I have given 5 seconds for the green and 5 seconds for the red and 3 seconds for the yellow. So usually the green, from green to red, in between the yellow will glow and vice versa. So red, yellow, green. So this is for only one way traffic light. I'm going to show the code here now. It is very simple. It is like the blink program only. In blink program, only one LED we had used, but here we have used 3 LEDs. Just extension of the same program here. So you can observe in the first block. In the setup block, just I'm going to use 3 pins. The pin number, you can observe here, the pin number 2 is connected to green, and pin number 3 is for yellow, and the 4 for the red. We can utilize, as I said, any of these 14 digital pins we can utilize. Okay. So just as a comment, I have written here for pin number 2, the green is connected. The pin mode 3. So these are the commands to declare whether the pins are the input or output. Since again it is a LED connection, just we have to on the LED or off the LED. So to on the LED, we have to send a high voltage. To off the LED, we have to send a low voltage. So since those are the output device, so we have to connect them to the output pins itself. So we have to declare those pins as the output. So pin mode 2 is output, 3 is output, and 4 is also output. Just as a comment, I have given green, yellow, and red. Fine. You can observe 3 blocks are there. This is block 1, but one block is repeated, that's all. Block 1, block 2, and block 3. This is the block 2 is repeated the same. Yeah. As I said, block 1, block 2. This is block 3. This is block 1, block 2, block 3. This is block 2 again. So you can observe now the pin number 2 is the green, this is yellow, and this is red. So in each block, only one LED is on, that is high. You can see the green is on here, other 2 was low, it is off. And here the yellow should be on, because whenever there is a transition from the green to red, the yellow should be on in between. So yellow is on here, and it is for the delay is just 3 seconds. So I'll explain one block properly, then it will be, you'll get digital write 2 high, digital write 3 low, digital write 4 low. In the sense, for pin number 2 we have connected the green, for pin number 3 we have connected the yellow, for pin number 4 we have connected red. Therefore yellow and red are off and only green is on in the beginning. That's why this green will be on. Then a delay of 5 seconds means for 5 seconds these 3 will be executing, that is only green will be on. After 5 seconds, so all these 3 will be executed, that is the digital write 2 low means green becomes low, and the yellow become high, and red become low, that is off. So this will be for 3 seconds, that is yellow will be on for 3 seconds. Next again, next block, green is low, yellow is low, red is on. So this will be for 5 seconds, 5000 millisecond, it is nothing but 5 seconds. And again it has from here red is on now, it has to, the green should be on later, but in between the yellow should be on for a short period, as in the case of the real-time traffic light conditions. So you can see again, the red is low, green is low, but yellow is on, and this is only for 3 seconds. After this block, again, the block 1 will execute, the block 2, and block 3. So this keeps on executing in a continuous manner. Any doubts in this program, please? Fine. The same program can be extended for either two-way traffic lights control system or three-way or four-way also. It is possible, but we have to use the number of LEDs. But the same program can be extended. This should not be in the lab itself. So only LEDs are going to become on and off. So is it not possible to use the same Arduino board in the real time the traffic light control system in the roads? Yes, it is possible, but we have to connect the relays for these things through the relay drives. So we see the application of the relay in the program later. So once we are able to interface relay for the Arduino, it becomes a real-time project. Means directly we can utilize that project in the real-time applications in the traffic light, the control system. So later we can interface the keypad so that we can modify the timings depending on the traffic in a particular road. So that becomes the smart the traffic light control system. So instead of manual interference, so we can apply the sensors to sense in which road more vehicles are there, in which road less vehicles are there. Depending on that, it has to set the timings. That is another way of the implementing the traffic light, the smart traffic light control system. So usually we see in the traffic light control systems, a policeman will be operating it. In most of the cases, it will be the police will not operate once he is set. So it will be continuously running it depending on the timing is set. But sometimes, if no vehicles are there, the policeman will operate it, will switch on and off. But we can avoid this by putting the sensors in which road more vehicles will be there depending on the time. So those will sense the how much time will have to be on in a particular lane. So that can also be the extended. So once you practice this, so you'll come to have some ideas and all. Later you can implement those. Let's see another circuit. So you can also, this is also the same. The LED and register is connected to one of the pins. This is an LED. As usual, one end is that is cathode is connected to the ground, and another a pin that is anode is connected to pin number 9 through the register. And this is the potentiometer. We can observe now. Using the potentiometer, we can vary the intensity of the LED. We'll simulate it first. Start simulating. So I'm going to vary the potentiometer. Slowly, the intensity is increasing. I'm decreasing. So just rotating this potentiometer. So you can observe how this potentiometer is connected here. The one end of the terminal of the potentiometer, either terminal 1 or terminal 2, is connected to 5 volts, and the other end is connected to the ground. Means 5 volts is connected between the extreme points of the potentiometer, and the wiper or the middle terminal of the potentiometer is connected to one of the analog pins. That is, analog pin A0 is used here. So these A0 to A5 are the analog pins. The analog voltage is applied here. Internally, there are A to D converters, that is analog to digital converters. Those analog to digital converters will convert the analog voltage to digital so that the microcontroller will process in the digital domain. Now let us see the code. Well, so you can observe the two variables. There is int sensor value and another output value. These are the variables set to 0 in the beginning. This is the setup block. As we know, in the setup block, how many pins are going to be used and which pins are the input and which pins are the output, we declare it. There is a pin mode A0. That is, A0 is going to be used as the input pin, and pin mode 9 is going to be used as the output because the pin number 9 is connected to LED. And the serial begin is the baud rate. So I know most of you know aware of the bit rate and the baud rate. The bit rate is nothing but the number of bits transmission per second. The baud rate, number of symbols. The number of symbols is the combination of the bits, as you know. Here, usually with the Arduino, the 9600 will be used for the serial monitor. Here it is not required, but we can use this serial monitor. What exactly happens inside the program, that we can see it. Well, now let us see. This is the loop block. This is the command line. There's the read the analog value. So the command to read the analog value from the analog input from the sensor. So actually, the potentiometer is going to act like the voltage from the sensor. That is the variable, since it's a variable voltage. So whatever the voltage I give, it will go to the A0, so it will read it. So the command to read the voltage from the analog pin is what? The sensor value equal to analog read A0. Means the sensor value is the variable what we already declared and put it 0. So in that variable, the analog read, the command will read the voltage from the A0 and put that value into the sensor value, which is the variable. Then the another variable, which is the output value, which was 0 in the beginning, already we have done it. So map such that the sensor value should change from 0 to 1023. Usually the voltage will vary from 0 to 1023. You know, 1 kilobyte is total from 1024. If you start from 0, it is a 1023. That is going to be reduced from the new range from 0 to 255. So usually it will vary from 0 to 1024. If you start from the 0, it is 1023. That is going to be scaled to new value from 0 to 255. So for that, this is the command. This map, the sensor value is going to be varied from 0 to 255. So continuously, depending on the analog value, it will send the numbers from 0 to 255. 0 means 0 volts. When it is 255, it is nothing but 5 volts. We'll see the analog write to the pin number 9, because the pin number 9 is connected to the LED. The output value means it is equivalent to telling that send the value of the output value, where the output value is the variable, to pin number 9. This output value is nothing but this number between 0 to 255, that depends on the value of the A0 at that particular moment. So in a simple way, the value, the voltage from the analog voltage from the A0 is converted into digital and put into the output value. That output value is sent to the A0 continuously. So depending on that voltage, the current flows through the LED, and its intensity depends on the current flowing through the LED, as already we know. Now this is the serial monitor. Actually, this is not required, but we can see the how much voltage is there at the different points of time. Any doubts in the program? I'll explain this the lower part. In the serial print, it will print this value. Sensor value equal to will come, and what exact value will appear after this. And this is the output, what is there, and the output value will print, and with a delay of 2 milliseconds. This is actually in milliseconds, so it keeps on displayed. So I'll show you how it shows in the serial monitor. You can observe now in the just below here, if you click on this, you'll be able to see the serial monitor. So you're going to see the actual value is what? 1023. As I said, the actual value will be from 0 to 1023, but we have changed it to from 0 to 255. So when it is a 1025, it is nothing but 5 volts. So it's nothing but 255. Now I will rotate this now. You can see to make it 0 now. So you can see it's 0. So sensor is going to send a 0 here, and the output is also 0. Now I will vary it now. Sensor is sending the voltage corresponding to 82 in the range from 0 to 1023, but it is converted into the 20, the number. So depending on that, a small intensity is coming there, corresponding to the 20. Now, slowly I am going to increase. You can observe now. The value in the range of from 0 to 1023 it is 184, but in the range of 0 to 255 it is 45. So accordingly, it will be converting. Slowly I am increasing. You can observe the sensor value as well as the output also. So I'm increasing. So number is increasing towards 255 at the output side and 1023 at the input. Now it is reached 1023 at the input, which is the highest value, the 5 volts, the input. At the same time, the output also will send the 5 volts to the output. And it need not be the 5 volts for the input and the 5 volts for the output, doesn't matter. I can apply the any voltage from 0 to 20 volts for the input, but its range will be again from 0 to 1023 only. But I can convert into 0 to 255 because the output voltage for the digital pins will be either 0 volts or maximum 5 volts only. So we can't change it beyond 5 volts. But input voltage for the analog, it can be any voltage, but we can change the range accordingly. Hope, I think 1.5 minutes are there. Any doubts in this, please? So this is how we can vary the intensity of the LED in using the coding also. This is the another way. And also, we can write the separate the program to convert to send the voltage directly from 0 to 255 to the particular pin, and to which we have connected the LED. That is another way of changing the intensity of the LED in the code. I think the sir Srinath or someone has just now asked. This is the way how we can change the LED intensity in the coding. Any doubts, please?
It can be called as analog to digital converter.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is all these analog pins will be converted to inside for A to D converter only. Yes.